Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Good morning. Welcome back to beautiful, rainy Cleveland, Tennessee. So the 100-degree weather has passed us, and now we're into that. All this week is rain every day this week, and I think the high this week is like 84. So definitely past the heat. It was pretty dang hot last week. So, but yeah, we're back here on a Monday. Man, I got so much to get done. I've got on my plate. I've got a refrigerator that's got to be done this week. We've got maybe 4 basement airs this week. And then I got that gentleman coming in from Missouri that's going to be doing some training with us Thursday and Friday. So, yeah, I got a lot. The boys have got a lot going on, so we're going to get rolling this morning. But yeah, welcome back. This basement air that came in from Memphis definitely had a bad reversing valve when we were running this. This one was stuck in heat pump mode. This one would shuttle, but this one was stuck in heat pump mode. So we went ahead and put a reversing valve in it, tested it. Everything is testing great right now. Now, we haven't put any covers or anything like that back on. Mr. Lewis is going to give it a good bath right quick. But yes, and then once he gets everything back together. But yes, this valve was stuck in heat pump mode. So it's good to go now. We're just going to get it all cleaned up, wash it, and we'll see what the numbers are here in a minute. All right, so back here on this roof, you can see they've got the old decking up. I'm just going through and looking at what else we got to resolve here, because obviously water's not our friend when it comes to the campers. So you can see how badly this stuff had ruined. And it didn't look so bad when it was on there, but now that they've gotten it off, yeah, look how bad it is. So just working now at getting everything cleaned up and prepped, and obviously got a little work here we got to do, but yep, that's where they're at now. So Mr. Lewis has got this one all finished up. We actually had 30-degree differential on that. You can see how much water's coming out of it. So this one's all done and ready to head back to Memphis. Vector, you saw us working on it last week where the coil was freezing up inside here. That was the video we were showing you, that the bottom of this coil was freezing up. And so Mr. Lewis went ahead and pulled it out, and somebody has been in here working. Now, obviously, they put a compressor in this thing, it appears, but they've put these dryers in here. Now, there can be a couple things that could be problematic with this, besides the fact that nobody changed out the biflow valves. This thing was just barely making 18-degree differential. Now, again, biflow valves has a big thing to do with these things running correctly. And I don't know what those dryers are just yet. You know, you can't just put a traditional dryer in those, because it does have to have the Freon flows 2 different directions. So if you got a one-way dryer, then it obviously is restricted. Plus, they didn't change out the biflow valve, which we know causes restriction. So Mr. Lewis is going to pull those 2 dryers out of there, change the 2 biflow valves, look everything over real good, and then put it back together. But yeah, those biflow valves, I mean, they make a huge difference in that unit running correctly or not running correctly. So he's going to be working on that next. We're back here on the Fleetwood Revolution. The boys have just finished this up. And if you remember, all that paneling was destroyed. All this had water damage. This ceiling panel was actually dropped down. They made a new ceiling panel, got the new strip in there. We're actually waiting on that from the manufacturer. It came in, they've got that done. This ceiling panel, we completely replaced that ceiling panel in the bedroom here. And if you remember, Mr. Lewis did all this work in here in the bedroom, or bathroom, I'm sorry. And then that ceiling panel, that wall panel all got changed out. And we have not had any more leaks in here. We seal tech this thing, resealed the roof. This thing is phenomenal. But yeah, these ceiling panels turned out awesome. So yeah, they're just doing a quick walkthrough, and then yeah, we're going to be getting the customer down here to take a look at this. Back on the 6537 that we were showing you with the somebody had put dryers in this thing, but those are the original biflow valves, and they're definitely plugged up. So, and they had put the taps in here. So Mr. Lewis actually went in here and we put 2 new biflow valves in it now, so that's all correct. Taps on the high side, taps on the low side. So he's just finishing up. We're gonna start pulling vacuum. All right, so this one's all charged up and ready. We got the new biflow valves in it, and it's all correct now. So Mr. Lewis is gonna be tested on this. We had another 6537 dropped off yesterday with a bad compressor. Customer decided he wants to put 2 new compressors in it, two new biflow valves. So we've got it all vacuumed down. And as you can see, I got compressors in the waiting. So this is the next on the table. This 6537, Mr. Lewis has got it running. Now remember, this is the one that somebody put compressor in but didn't change the biflow valves and then put those dryers in there. And in that coach right there, when we tested, we were getting barely 18. I mean, we were like 17. We've gone in here, changed the biflow valves, got rid of those dryers, recharged it with MO99. That's 30-degree differential. It's unheard of. And our amp draws are awesome. So this unit should perform very, very well. But yeah, I just had restriction in it because of those dryers and a bad set of biflow valves. So we're gonna get this in here now and test it. And this is the reason why we changed the biflow valves. You can see how much trash has come out of that already. Lewis has got this one done in the Vectra. 22-degree differential up there in the front. So obviously bad biflow valves. Somebody putting dryers in there, playing around with it, but yeah, it's good to go. I mean, they tried, right? I mean, biflow valves are very, very critical in 6537, 6538. So with those not being changed, it wasn't going to work right. But yeah, he's done. Got to put the cover down on that one, but that one's finished up. All right, so the boys do have the new membrane up on the roof here, getting their fixtures all put down and getting everything clean and ready. But PVC roof getting ready to be laid in. All right, the boys have been working diligently on this book bus, and you can see that there is color in here now. So we got the first coat of paint on this. In last week's video, we talked about these benches, and they were storage. They've got them all done. So yeah, I got the first coat in here. Now, something that they did add for the folks here, and I'm going to show you this. Look at there. Put some LED lights in the background of that thing, so that way lights up the books. So, and then one for obviously the checkout counter. But yeah, it's looking good. So I was out a little bit the other day while they were working on that roof job, and they got that all done, got everything buttoned up on it, sealed. That unit actually got a new awning because it had storm damage. So yeah, they got that one all buttoned up, and it's gone. All right, so back here on this big Allegro bus with all the mice damage. Now, they got in the other controller that was messed up from Valid, and as you can see, those were the original batteries. Those things were so bad, this bus wouldn't, I mean, it just would not act right. So we ended up having to put 2 batteries in it, and now the bus actually levels air-wise and leveler-wise by itself. It's amazing. So once the technician gets here this morning, we'll talk about what's going on inside. All right, so Mr. Thomas is having an issue with that monitor communicating with that monitor. Now, I want you to see this, because this is really the battle that we're fighting right here. As you can see, that is not no small mouse. That's a pretty good size mouse. And he's been in here chewing. Now, I'm obviously sitting on the bed right here. This is the CAN bus communications right here. One of these was undone. Not sure why, but he's got that all hooked back up. And we're going to reboot the system here and see if we get that communication. But you can see droppings. There's been scratchings and chewings and stuff like that. But yeah, this is literally, yeah, look at, I'm going to get you down in here. Hold on. Look at all that. So, and we've been seeing some fresh mouse stuff in here. And I think, didn't you get some sticky traps yesterday, Thomas? And we put some sticky traps down. We've got some sticky traps down. Show me that slide control that you found yesterday. This is kind of interesting because we were having issues with the slide, but I want y'all to see this. This is not something I have seen before. That you would think would be part of the seat rest, maybe operate the seat. That's actually what controls the slide, believe it or not. Same thing with this side. So yeah, it's not something we've ever run into before. I've never seen that before, so it's kind of interesting. You'd think that was part of the seat controls, but yeah, that's actually slide controls right there. Good times trying to figure that one out. This next one in the shop is this Canyon Star. Now this has got a Norcold 1201, and they are doing a bypass, as you can see right here, to see what the actual capacitance of this cooling unit is. Now, keep in mind, this boiler assembly over here will always be, you know, it should be uncomfortable. It should be very uncomfortable to the touch. But when all this stuff runs back in here, this should be warm to the touch. I can tell you that son of a gun is so hot, I can't even touch it. These coils are so hot, I can't even touch it. And this should be warm to the touch, warm, and then as you go up those coils, it should be cooler, 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 cooler. There's heat all the way through that, which tells me that this boiler assembly has a blockage in it. And so what's happening is, if we were to pull this out and feel across the top of the coil at the top, there would be no heat, because everything's, the boiler assembly is actually blocked in here. And so this percolator tube that's in here is not boiling off. And so all the heat is backtracking all the way back up in here, which should never do that. I mean, that's so hot you can't even touch it. So this unit has got a bad cooling unit. All right, well, that's going to finish this up here this week. The gentleman, Mr. Dan from St. Louis, he was out here all day Thursday, did some training with us, and he wasn't really, you know, he really wasn't wanting to get too in depth on the training. He just wanted to learn, you know, basic troubleshooting and understanding them and doing that. I got another gentleman coming in from Texas on Monday, who's going to be doing real in-depth training. I mean, this is going to be one of our next service locations there in Texas, and we're going to be doing training with him on compressors and all the other stuff that goes on there. So he'll be in here Monday, be doing training on that. But yeah, Mr. Dan was just down here. He had a river ranch, and he wanted to understand some of that. And then, you know, obviously he's a mobile tech, so he doesn't really have a shop to do the in-depth stuff that we do sometimes, but did want to get some training on understanding how they operate and what they do. So yeah, it was good. It was good talking to him, and yeah, he's a good guy. So if you're ever over in the St. Louis area, you know, Midwest Mobile RV Repairs your guy, Mr. Dan, good guy. So yeah, so it is late on Friday. I didn't get any video of Dan and us working on anything because I was trying to cram a bunch in there, and then he actually took off late Thursday, and then Friday I was out of the office most of the day dealing with some more personal issues. So yeah, it's just late on Friday. I'm just now getting back and trying to get my video done to recap. So yeah, sorry. So but thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all being back here this week. And yeah, we had I think we fixed 5 basement airs this week. So we had a bunch of basement airs that came through. I had one that came in, and then another guy that picked one up up in Knoxville, and grabbed it and took it back to Knoxville. So I had to get it knocked out right quick. So So yeah, so there you go. So thanks for watching. Appreciate all the comments I get every week, and you spend some time with me here at Shelburne RV. And this week coming up, we got the training with B&T RV. So we'll show a little bit of that and see what's going on. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And as always, if Cousin Gary was here, he would say this video is Cousin Gary approved. Hope y'all have a great weekend. Take care. We'll see you next week.